Welcome to the South Pod, where we cover the storylines and the stats of the NFC South, aka the participation trophy division. My name's Corey. I got the usual suspects with me: Frodo, Kratos, Rich Dollars, and Ant Man is here. We're gonna jump right into this sorry ass division that nobody wants to win. And do a recap of week 16. First of all, we got our boy Rich back, man. Glad he back. And he
Yes,
would
sir.
come back when it's opportune time. But I ain't mad at him. Because he predicted it. If y'all remember, he predicted it. Week 1, he said it and we laughed at him. So far, he looking like, Nostradamus, but it's 2 more games. We shall see. Anyway, yeah, man. There was some games had this weekend. In New Orleans looking like they yeah. I got your quarterback. You got your quarterback now.
Hey, remember that phone call? I'm gonna bring you back to that phone call, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Father-in-law was like, that boy slinging that ball. I wanted him to tell you that, and he said it. That boy slinging the ball. So I'm gonna give his ass a chance. Tyler shook. I will give Tyler a chance. He fucked this shit up. Look, Ant. Ant puffing that chest up. But I'm gonna give Tyler a little chance. I'm gonna give him a little chance to see what he got. Don't fuck this up. That's all I'm gonna say.
So are we going on record not saying you guys found your franchise quarterback?
I won't see a franchise. Don't stop that. You see why are you messing with me, bro? Why are you doing this? We ain't found no franchise quarterback yet. I gotta see how this season's going in. And after that, I can't give you an answer about this dude, man, just because he won some games. Shit. I ain't saying that Phillip Rivers is the best thing since sliced bread, but that 44-year-old was slinging that fucking ball, even though he looked like he was throwing it to a fucking child every time.
And hey, leave old man Rivers alone. He came
I
back
know,
in
because he did throw touchdowns.
and got a pension and his insurance extended. But yeah. So Shuck is the guy in New Orleans. We ain't got to talk about it no more. Will.
Bet.
We ain't got to talk about it no more. But it's odd that you in Atlanta, y'all starting to win games now. I know Telly been hot about this. What's going on in Atlanta, Telly? What's going on? ATL versus the Cardinals. We just knew, regular Kirk was going to show back up, huh?
I didn't even watch the game.
Okay.
I told you, my season was over 6 weeks ago.
Oh shit!
I kept my word. I said I'll wear Falcons gear one more time, and that was at the game in Tampa.
Yeah, but beside that, man, hey, it's just like everything that we do in the NFC South. They shit the bed for 16 weeks, and then the last couple of weeks of the season, they want to start playing because people want to save their job. It's really pathetic, man. It really is. But
that's the wild shit.
That's the division that we're in.
That's the division that we're in. So in my case, I'll speak to this, man. In my case, I got 2 people that's trying to extend their career, say whatever you want to say, right? So I got obviously Raheem the Dream trying to stay on board. I don't agree with that. Most of the fans don't agree with that. We want him gone. And Kurt. So his contract, and we was discussing this, over a year ago on this show. We were talking about the contract, and I was pissed off about it. And I went back and I thought about it. Like, all right, cool. For the first 2 years, it's going to be painful. We're going to pay what we're going to pay. But that 3rd year is when now we have the option to opt out of the contract because it continues That 20 million, I think it's 20 million. So I think it was too much. So um, this is our chance to get away from Kirk, but Kirk has got to try to make a case for himself for another team to pick him up. So him getting more reps with the Furs, with the ones, whatever you want to say it is, that's happening with him right now. And he's trying to play better, winning games that we should win against the Cardinals. They suck. We suck too. So I was hoping we sucked a little bit more this past weekend, but we didn't. But I understand. Two people trying to say their job, so they all extra hyped about it and like they won the Super Bowl. But we get it. So I ain't overly thrilled by these wins. I hope Kirk find him a home, just not mine.
Mm.
I mean, the way it's looking, Indianapolis looks like a suitable fit for Kirk next year. That's the way it's looking,
Ooh.
depending on how Daniel Jones bounce back. Because Anthony Richardson definitely, I don't foresee him getting
Nah,
first team reps or whatever with them. So we'll see. But another thing that's happening is Miami winning too, Telly. And I know we
Hmm.
talked about McDaniels, how hey, I'm telling you, everybody in save my job mode. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think McDaniel's has possibly saved his job. The other thing is Brian Flores is seeming to be, right about his assessment, and that Tua wasn't it. And I think the owner leadership has kind of gotten to that, and they said let bench Tua and let us see what else we got and what do we need to do in this upcoming draft or all season about this man. So yeah, I think he might have saved his job. He needs to find him a good quarterback though, if he want to stay longer.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of saving jobs, there was another coach that really solidified why he needs to be gone. We sticking in the division. We got
Mm.
a new team in first place. The Carolina Panthers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday,
Hey,
20 to
go ahead, go
23,
ahead.
and it was typical Buccaneer form. I man, this one of them games where you just knew like, okay, despite what's going on, we our backs against the wall. We need to come out swinging, and you got all of your weapons that you've been talking about all year back. When they was talking about everybody was trying to get a trade done, they like, we gonna get help coming back. They coming back.
hmm
They don't play defense, but we gonna keep on going. So you get all of your weapons back, and Baker average pass was 4 yards in the
Mm.
first half with all of those weapons. And for the life of me, Bucky is not a running back one. Rashad White is the running back one. They gonna regret it after this offseason if that boy walk. And I think he is. I think he's gone. You can't Bucky can't carry that load, man. We predicted this. We predicted this. And as the season is going on, Rashad's gotten stronger. Bucky came back, should have been fresher, and he averaging 3.5 while Rashad is averaging about 5 yards a carry. So Rashad should be the running back one. But nevertheless, in Bucks fashion, defense lets you down. They made Bryce look like, well, any quarterback, they're gonna that's their highlight tapes. Everybody gets a highlight tape against Tampa. They could not sack Bryce Young to save his life. He gets through three tacklers, then throws a touchdown. Yeah, I Rich, how you feel, man? I got nothing.
You know what, man? Across the board, I thought the game was kind of evenly played. All the stats were like, very actually complementary one another. But like you said, Tampa Bay made a mistakes and key errors, not only not only physical ones, but mental ones that actually cost you guys the game. I thought you guys were gonna come out there and play much better than you did, being that you had all your weapons. And Mike is a damn Panther killer. So I was assuming that he was going to do the same thing he's done to the Panthers, for the last few years. And then when you add Chris Godwin back on the field, McMillan back on the field, got Rashard White and then got Bucky, I was hoping to actually like, okay, let's play a competitive game and let's see what actually happens. And, I'm not thrilled overall about the game, but I am happy that we were able to come out on the top for ratings because I think Week 18 probably going to be one of the most watched games because everything is on the table. So we have the drawing board, man, and actually go ahead and fix some stuff ourselves. And that Week 18 game is actually going to tell us everything that we need to know. So glad we got the win, man. But I think that we underperform, and we kind of going away from my identity a little bit. Damn, Baker Mayfield rushed for more yards than all of our running backs. He rushed for more yards almost combined with Rico Dotto and damn Chuba Hubbard. So that's not a good look at all. So we got to go back, man, and find our identity and actually establish that run game and get out there if we want to be successful. So week 18, man, is actually going to tell it all. I mean, hopefully we play competitive against Seattle. But like you said earlier in the season, some of these games are meaningful games, a meaningless game. I mean, in the big scheme of things, I mean, for us, it really don't matter at all. It matters for Seattle. But that Week 18 game is actually going to tell the story for us, and hopefully we get out there, be able to play competitive, and actually be able to get that win and actually win the division, and make me look like Nostradamus.
Week 18, you will be sitting your starters because you will already had a division because they ain't even beating Miami. They're not beating Miami. Period. It's not happening. So you lose to Seattle. I mean, I see Week 18 Tampa getting embarrassed and Bowles actually losing his job. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see. So I'm rooting for Carolina because I look at it from this aspect. Based on what we've seen, it don't make a difference if you play 18 games or 19 games. You're losing. So you win this game and you get to host a wild card game. Whoop-de-doo. You're gonna get blown out. You're gonna get blown out regardless of who it is. And it is looking like the NFC West, they strategically like, okay, whichever one coming out that fifth, fourth seed, we trying to stay at the fifth. So they don't worry about the first two seeds, man. It's crazy. Whew.
Hey, that's why I did not call for a temperature check. I ain't even gonna lie, because I knew you was hotter than fish grease, bro. I was like, nope. Just gonna let him be, because you can cook an egg on his head right about now. Nope.
Man, I have never seen a collapse like this, man. This got to be
staged. Nah.
It's
Baker really surprised me with the shit that he was doing, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that was not top tier playing.
Well, it's two things that's happening. He done lost the locker room, and those boys are mentally defeated because they keep talking about execution in the press conferences. We just got to execute. We just got to execute. And on that touchdown for the half to McMillan, man, you saw that we ran cover zero, and left Dean down there with McMillan.
Oh, you seen that from the beginning? That was a touchdown.
Cover zero, and put Dean over there with McMillan. And Dean said he didn't get deep enough. He didn't have enough depth. You are a Super Bowl corner. You're supposed to be one of the top corners in the league, and you making mistakes like this in Week 16. You making mistakes like this. So they talk about execution. So that tells me them boys' head ain't there. And Bowles done lost them because as a coach, you should be able to get through to your players to bring out the best, to put them in positions to be successful. So if he putting you in a position and you just ain't listening to what he's saying, that's on him. He done lost the message. It doesn't work anymore. That's the kind of mental errors that you don't deserve to win a wild card game, man.
Yeah.
You don't. That's for what? For what? Participation. That's what I said. What you think about it, Ant? I know you got something to say.
No, man, I mean, just as surprised as everybody else is. I've never seen something like this. And I can't honestly say like you could put it down to one thing because there's just so many things going wrong for Tampa that whatever could go wrong is going wrong. It's scheme. It's the defense has regressed significantly. The offense is starting to regress. It just seems like they can't find their footing. And I thought they were going to go into this game and try to muddy it up and try to run the football a lot. And I mean, you got three guys that can run the ball that are really solid running backs, and they insist on continuously, throwing this ball all over the field. When Baker appears to be hurt, but like you said, he ain't hurt. It's his pride is hurt, But I think he's hurt. And again, I just think it really comes back to the defense, defensive side of the ball, man. You just week before they score 30 plus points, you lose the game. I mean, it just starts with the defense to me, and then and it's on Bowles because if you're a defensive headed coach,
Yep.
you can't stop nobody, can't stop anybody. So yeah, it's just bad all the way around.
You beat me to the punch. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Because there's no way, Kool-Aid, what I had said about 3 weeks ago. I said, I can't wait to see what y'all have when y'all have your full fucking roster. And Bowles let y'all down. I'm calling a spade a spade. He let y'all down. I wanted to see the whole fucking roster out because I kept saying it. I was like, oh, all right, I want to see what they're doing when they're clicking on all cylinders. And this motherfucker right here. I know you hot. That's why I'm not gonna take it. I'm trying not to say and piss you off more.
No. I'm not pissed. Everybody's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
We're not the only people saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm pissed because after saying the same thing, they're gonna do the same thing.
3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Keep his job. No, they're gonna let him keep his job. Everybody been saying the defense, the head coach, the defense, the head coach, the defense, the head coach, the defense. That's what everybody been saying. But guess what? He gonna keep his job because you know what he gonna do? He's at the end of the year, he gonna fire Grizzard as the offensive coordinator, which needs to go with him also. But he's gonna do that to show, hey, I'm not accepting, anything less than the best. No, you need to fire yourself. You need to fire yourself, man. Come on, man. No.
Pot calling the kettle black.
And the irony in all of this is
I'm sorry. How you fire yourself though?
Right. But listen, hey, the irony in all of this, you got Liam Cohen. Hello. What they doing in Jacksonville? You got Dave Canales. Hello. Out coaching the person that gave him the job as an OC. He out coaching you. Both of your predecessors, the guys that you put on, are doing better than you. But no, it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth because they had an opportunity to keep Liam Cohen and let Bowles go because he wasn't. They hit last year. They went on a 5-game losing streak last year. Y'all remember around the middle of the season, and they just turned the switch on all of a sudden and got it back together. But through the midst of all of that, the offense wasn't the reason they was losing. So Bowles was on the hot seat last year. You remember me saying we need to fire him.
Mm-hmm.
So if he on the hot seat and then you got this hot OC and we said it, like, yep, he leaving. Whatever. He left for another gig. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. So Baker had his best season last year. And I said, that's his ceiling. That is his ceiling. He threw for almost 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
I said that's his ceiling. And then what do? You remove the person that helped him get to that ceiling, and you think you're going to go with somebody that's never called an offense before and think it's going to be okay because you're using the same concepts as the previous offense, but I can't see it because Liam offense look way better than what we got going on. So you're looking bad, Bowles, and they gonna keep him. They gonna keep him. I feel it in my gut.
I don't think so, man. Because y'all had too many. I say y'all had too many missiles. And for putting up the stats that y'all did, I don't think they're gonna keep him. I'm just watch how the season play out. I'm serious, man. If we've been saying it, the fans been saying it.
We're in the NFC South, man. They're not bold. The NFC South is not aggressive when it
at least New Orleans fire coaches
doing it. Hey, y'all didn't have no choice because y'all
the struggle was real too, but still.
But yeah, man. I think if they lose that Week 18 matchup against he's definitely gone, bro. I don't see him surviving that. To lose 2 games, key games, that actually put you in a position where you had the talent, where this shouldn't even been a conversation in the first place. Yeah, I think his ass will be out the door.
Frodo, what you think, ball?
He worried about
going nowhere.
Hey, I agree, Telly. We both gonna suffer. Because Raheem ain't going nowhere either. He is not.
Damn.
So real talk, man. This is how I felt, right? You got looking at our division, Panthers and the Saints both got new coaches, and they're trending in the right direction, right? I know, Will, your season numbers don't look like you want them to look, but for your team to kind of already figured it out somewhat, your rookie quarterback is finding his groove. You know, hadn't played every game this season, but you know what I'm saying, he on 3-game winning streak, threw for 300 yards this past weekend.
Yep.
So 300 plus yards this past weekend. So all those things are trending in the right direction for you have a good all season, come back next season, and you know make some pickups in free agency and draft and do well. And then Carolina, you know, Rich boldly called him out early this year. We all thought he was just being a fan, which he was. He just lucked out. The team looked better. So and us, you know, I knew my coach was trash. Corey been calling for his coach, you know, to leave. But I think what we at right now is like the pressure is on our teams to make some changes. So we could possibly see both coaches on our teams gone at the end of the year because y'all are trending in the right directions. We got to catch up. We can't keep going back to the fight with the same weapons. So that's my take on those.
Hey, like Rich said, week 18, man, we'll gonna be put out our misery and we'll see what happens. Man, dude, I'm numb. I'm numb, man. I remember when we played the Cardinals and me and Ant were talking about it, and I was like, that didn't really feel like a win. When they beat the Cardinals, and we were just like, yo, it did not feel like a win whatsoever, man. It was so unconvincing to me. And I was like, yeah, we in trouble.
Man,
They're
at
not
least
a
y'all
good
got,
team.
but y'all got
They're
the
not a
W.
good team.
Y'all got the
Yeah.
W. Because my raggedy ass team, we got mollywop. The Cardinals mopped us.
But the difference is you supposed to. That's the difference. No. For real. You're supposed to. We're supposed to be okay, somewhat of a good team coming on your 50-year anniversary of the team or whatever. And what do you do in the 50-year anniversary? You revert back to true form. You become sorry. So I guess whatever it is, what it is. But let's talk about some better games, man. First off, leading with that Monday night game, we had Old Man Rivers versus those 49ers, Brock Purdy and crew. I don't know who it is on the defense, but they was balling. I was beginning to wonder, like, how are the reserves for the Niners better than some team starters? And we don't even know their names, man. Like, come on. If you would tell me that they would have lost Warner and Bosa and a plethora of defenders in the secondary, and they were still gonna be where they at now, I laughed at you, man, at the beginning of the season. But hey, it is what it is. The Niners are a well-run organization. They beat the Colts 48-27. But Rivers, hey, he didn't look too shabby. He didn't look too shabby, huh, Ant?
He was still throwing that motherfucker like it looked like he was throwing to a kid, though. I can't. I'm sorry. He did good. My bad, Ant.
No, I think it was a bit surprising to start the game. I went back and looked at the Seattle game, and I mean he wasn't throwing the ball beyond 5 yards, and I think he had 2 passes beyond 10, and I think he was like 2 for 3, and then the other one he threw a pick at the end of the game. And it really looked like he was putting some effort in trying to throw the football from his shoulder. It looked like a lot of shoulder throws. But Philip, I thought for a minute, I thought he was getting some type of 2008 Philip Rivers or something. It was getting crazy out there. I mean, he was throwing that thing deep, and he was finding tight window throws. I like everything that I saw. I think they definitely switched up their game plan, and I think that change up honestly was to their detriment. I think Jonathan Taylor maybe only had like 38 yards rushing, and I came in with the impression that they would try to like run the football, buddy the game up. I mean, we gave up almost 7 yards a carry the week prior, going against teams like Cleveland and Tennessee. Tennessee ran the ball really, really well against us. So I thought they would come in and try to capitalize on the fact that our run defense had not been playing as well and try to make it a low-scoring game, something similar to what they did in Seattle. And they came in and really did the opposite. Jonathan Taylor was not involved. Little to none of Jonathan Taylor.
Not at all.
They put a lot on Phillip Rivers. I think they kind of came out, did something that we didn't expect them to do, and nobody else expected them to do, because Phillip was really he had matched his whole game total of pass yards in the first quarter. So he had already had over like 100, almost 120 yards in the first quarter. So, he was doing really, really well. But at the end, I just think it came down to when they did run the football that we were able to rally around Jonathan Taylor, really stuff their run game up pretty good, and play complementary offense every time we got the ball. Not punting the ball was huge. So every time you get down there, you find a way to put points up on the board, and I think that's what they did really well.
Yeah, definitely. And that tight end that they got, that rookie, he's definitely gonna
Warren.
be in contention, for offensive rookie of the year. And speaking of rookies of the year, who y'all think is the four front runners so far? I know we started out with Emeka looking like he was gonna walk away with it. Then Sir Stone dropped a lot. You know, he started he reared his head, and the boy he can't catch anymore. He's gone absent. McMillan, he been doing his thing in
Yeah.
Carolina. So who y'all got for offensive rookie of the year?
I have to say McMillan, man.
You know, with me,
You called
man,
it
it's
when you
going to be a
said
little
Sir
bit.
drop a lot. Oh my bad.
With me, I didn't mean to cut you off. With me, it's going to be a little bit of bias. I'm kind of leaning towards T Mac. The last couple of games he played, I mean, he's the leading receiver on the team. He's also leading rookies in touchdowns, so he may be tied for 7 with touchdowns before the injury to the kid in that New England, the Virginia kid, Trevion Henderson. So I'm actually going with T Mac because of the Trevion Henderson injury, and plus Keyshawn Junkins is out for the year too, who's having a pretty good year. So T Mac is for me.
I mean, I think it's tight. I mean, there's so many good young running backs. You got R.J. Harvey in Denver. He's a good guy. But I think I'm with everybody else. I think I like Tetaroa. I don't know where the standings are right now. I like Tetaroa. I think the young man in New York, the quarterback there would have had a chance, but obviously missed some football games, and but they were trending in the right direction when he was healthy and doing things well. But I think if you look at the culmination of the season and players that's been inside the lineup, I definitely think you have to go with either RJ or Tedero McMillan.
Well, the contenders they list them. ESP lists them as McMillan, Igbuka number 2,
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Dart, Tyler Warren, Ashton Genty, Cam Ward, and Tyler Shook. They didn't even mention nobody else. As candidates.
On my spot, they're saying Krishan Jenkins.
Yeah, and that's crazy too, and that's what I'm saying. That's kind of weird to me that they wouldn't even mention Keyshawn Junkins or Trevion Henderson, who were teammates at Ohio State.
Right.
If Keyshawn Junkins wouldn't have broke his leg Sunday or dislocated his ankle, in my opinion, he would have been the front runner. He would have rushed for over 1,000 yards. He would have had 1,000 yards this season. Um, Although the record didn't reflect, that's probably the downfall for him. But you can't take that away from the year that he was actually having. Trevion Henderson in these last couple of games, he's been balling out, but he had a concussion early on in the game, so that kind of stifled, his production for that game. So, that's kind of disrespectful in my opinion to not even recognize those two guys for the season that they were having up until the point of those injuries.
Well, NFL.com got him as third. He's third behind Tyler Warren and Emeka. They still got Emeka as number 1.
That's number 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I checked the
I don't
odds.
see
The
how.
Odds on favorite is McMillan. Then Tyler Show is making a strong case this past couple of weeks. So he has odds betters attention. So I put it like this: I think it's going to come down to these last 2 games of the season. If Tyler Show wins out these last 2 games, and McMillan don't do something spectacular, Tyler Show might steal it from him because these awards, man, they love to give it to quarterbacks.
Yeah, they do. I was just about to say that, Telly.
They
I
look
agree.
hard for a quarterback. So yeah, so he gotta, it's a moving target of what is considered to be what stat is it stats or is it impact on a team or what is it that makes somebody a rookie of the year, whether that's offense or defensive. Because I'm looking at it, defensive rookie of the year. Like, I think my 2 rookies should be in the conversation. right? But they got my man
Till he froze on us.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said it was gonna freeze a little
yeah, he
bit.
did. He in a
Yeah.
trailer park right now.
Hey, it said he said it
Yeah,
got
Schwarzenegger up in Cleveland, and I don't watch Cleveland games, and that dude don't stand.
yeah, I'm with I'm kind of with Frodo. I think the best defensive players out there, I think by far should be James Pierce. I was high on James Pierce coming out of Tennessee. I would have loved to see him gain a little bit more weight. I
Mhm.
think man, that kid with his athleticism, with his ability to bend the edge, has been like, I mean, James Pierce has been way more than what I expected him to be this early in his career. I do like Swiss out of UCLA. He was also a guy I liked. I was hoping we could get him in the second round, but he didn't fall to us. It wasn't surprising to see Cleveland go with him that early. I thought he was a really solid linebacker at UCLA. But I'm kind of with Frodo. I think James Pierce should be far and away the defensive rookie of the year. I don't think it
I
should be
agree.
much of a conversation. I don't think there's been a player to consistently play at that level, a rookie to play at that level. And I don't know what the expectations really were for James Pierce this early in his career, because there were some things he needed to tweak in his game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is by far and away James Pierce.
Yeah, you know, and I agree with all you guys. There were some rumblings before the draft, and about James Pearson, where he was going to actually be drafted at because of his work ethic. And when you look at it, it seemed like he just took plays off, at Tennessee. But I'm glad to see, man, that he actually was able to get on that field and actually play, to actually make a name for yourself, and actually, the sky's the limit for him. I think that they have the other boy on the edge, and you continue to do those things and get rid of Raheem. I think those boys are going to be actually potentially dangerous in Atlanta once they can put everything together. But to me, I think he's definitely the front runner for the defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, I just want to say something about that the whole Raheem Morris thing, and I get it. I would be frustrated too, and I think I would definitely be leaning toward getting a new coach. Um, and if I think if you were to get a new coach, I don't think the offense is necessarily the problem there. I think it's more of just the consistency with the offense. I think it's the defense. When you get a coach like Raheem, and the defense has been, I mean, well below average at this particular point. The production, though, from the secondary and the pass rush, they don't marry up with what's happening on the scoreboard, because that they have a good secondary. They have some veterans out there that are really good. I think AJ Terrell is one of the best corners in the league. They got some guys all over their defense. It's just a matter of just coming in consistently and getting that production. I think it's going to be really difficult to let Raheem Morris go. Um, it's just going to be hard, because I think when you look at what they've gotten out of the guys, for the most part, it's been exceptional from a stat standpoint. It's not turning into winning, and I think that's really hard to do. But they are a really 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 young defense, really really young defense. So I think when you look at that and you look at what you're getting out of that young defense, I think another year they could be a lot better.
I agree. Ulrich is doing his thing, man. It's definitely not Raheem. It's definitely not. So we ain't got to talk about that no more, man. That's a sore subject. That's a sore subject, man.
Yeah, just keep his son away from the games.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because hey, Raheem, he ain't doing nothing but sitting on the sideline stealing money. And speaking of stealing money, we got somebody who was giving away money this Sunday. Getting into it with fans, man. Oh,
Oh,
DK Metcalf.
fuck.
DK Metcalf decides he wants to get an NFL $40 million. What you think about that, Rich?
You know what, man? Right now, it's they upheld the suspension, and it's a battle of he say she say kind of. DK said that the guy said some derogatory racial slurs against him. The guy was adamant that he actually didn't. However, as a professional, you still got to understand that, man. Words don't hurt you. In that particular instance, words ain't gonna hurt me.
Mm.
So you got to actually have some type of self control to not put yourself in that situation. And also, you got to be there for your team. Your team is actually starting to surge too a little bit. I think Baltimore is probably done, but still you got to be there for your team and just be able to go out there and actually perform. So $40 million is a lot, man, to take out of your daggone pocket, take out of your purse, take out of your bank account. So DK should have used a little bit more self-restraint, no matter what that guy said.
Man, it's easier said than done, though, bro. And we all, and I'm just gonna say this. Somebody say something crazy to you in the streets, Rich. You're gonna only take that shit for so damn long before you damn boot tags.
That's true. That's true. But there's no cameras around.
True.
There's no cameras around, and I'm gonna be looking for cameras as well.
I'm just saying, man. How much restraint are we supposed to have as black athletes until enough is enough? I'm gonna put that out there. I mean, $40 million is a fucking lot of money. But I know that ass whipping needed to come out.
I'm with you to a certain extent. I just think it's never that deep. I mean, as long as you don't put your hands on me, spit on me, throw nothing at me, you can say what you want. I mean, people talking. I mean, I'm paid too much money, way too much money. I'm laughing at that kind of shit. I mean, you can say what you want, man. You broken in the stands. I mean,
true.
You know, long as you don't hit me, spit on me, or throw something at me, we good to go. You can say whatever you want to. That's why I don't understand. I heard a couple weeks ago, players was talking about, you know, certain things that players are saying on the field are just uncharted territory. Man, when you're in between the lines, man, ain't nothing personal. It's just
nope.
Ain't no. I don't know you, bro. Like, I mean, you know, straight up. I mean, I don't know why you take it so personally. So I mean, I don't know you. I ain't got to go home with you. You can say whatever the hell you want to. You can talk about my kids. You talk about my mama. It don't matter.
Oh, no. Don't talk about my mama.
It don't matter. I mean, we on the field. It's what happens. Ain't nothing personal. Ain't nothing. I mean, if you want to do something, I'm gonna let you get that first hit. By all means, you trust and believe. You gonna regret it later. You gonna regret it more than I would.
Man, but Leola Stevens ain't did nothing to nobody.
Hey, it's all right. She don't know nothing about that young man. She'll be all right.
The only issue.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The only issue I got with the whole DK thing is, my boy, don't lie about what happened. If I don't care if they said something that wasn't really that serious, but if you committed to it and you went all the way in on it, don't come back to me and say she said or he said something they didn't say. You know, because there's footage, there's video footage, and what he's claiming wasn't said at all. So it's like, I understand you did it, man. Just own it. Don't be like, don't do that. They call me that word. Man, come on, man. Is that the scapegoat now? Somebody call you that word, that particular word, that's gonna get you amped like that as long as they've been calling.
I mean, man,
as long as they've been calling us that. Really?
Man, I'm telling you, man, you got guys like Bill Russell, Jackie Robinson, Kareem, these cats dealt with that their whole career. I mean, what make you above? What make you above? Because you got to go into a game expecting to be disrespected. I mean, and you need to play like it. If you feel that way, you go out there, you prove them wrong, you play like it. But you can't go out there expecting people to respect you. Man, I mean, that's the way I play the game. I don't expect anything from you. I expect utter disrespect, and I'm going to come out here and I'm going to play like I'm trying to disrespect you. I'm trying to take food off your table. I'm not understanding what's so personal. Ain't nothing personal. It's just business.
Yeah.
I need you as my anger coach, man.
Yeah. I'm a fan. You just need to chirp back. You just need to score touchdowns. You walk right up to his ass and you say, "There you go." You just keep doing it. You just keep playing. That's what the greats do.
Sometimes you gotta kill him with silence, man. You gotta kill him with silence.
Yeah, I need you as my anger coach, because that goddamn little demon on my shoulder is like, grab that bitch out the stands.
I think at point in time, man, we all probably got that, but at the same time, in the big scheme of things, man, you gotta kind of use some type of self restraint and self control, because like Ann said, you in the stands watching me play. Let me score this touchdown and hand you the football and give it to the fan next to you. You have no damn say so. Anything that I'm actually do after this game, I ain't going home with you. I ain't gotta do shit with you. So he should have had a little bit of self-constraint. Like Corey said, if you're making up shit to try to use this as a scapegoat to say that he said that and that man didn't say that, come on, man. Some of y'all players give white players a pass when they say that shit. I guarantee Cooper DeJean in certain instances, he probably got a pass.
No, I hanging
out with.
I honestly think,
Hey,
I watched Jawan Jennings do it last night. He faked to get a fan of football, and
Oh,
he snatched it
hey,
from her and
hey,
gave it to everybody else. I mean, you man, look, you control so many kind of ways, man. You just not and I'm gonna tell you, no matter what that fan said, the result still would have been the same from the league. It wouldn't matter what that fan said. He still would have got the 2 game suspension for putting his hands on him.
man, DK, he just be true to what you're doing, man. Don't
yeah.
don't lie. I mean, the receivers are lying this year, man. From Chase spitting on somebody saying he ain't spit on them. Come on, man. And then speaking of another receiver, Nakua. What's Puka doing, man? What going on with him? What is that all about?
All right, man. Here's my 2 cents, and I'll let you guys talk about it, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm kind of fed up with, like, okay, now everybody's looking at, like, every time somebody say anything about Jews and stuff, people are actually going high into the right and all this other bullshit. They did it with Kyrie and stuff like that, but you guys been calling us all our names and everything for years. Puka made a statement, man, in a jokingly manner, and I don't think that it should have been taken in that manner. If you wanted to fine him or do anything, you should have did something when he's talking shit about the refs. But the other comment, that was to me is BS.
I
Well, they
mean,
fined him 25K. Go ahead.
I think Mo, you like your podcast?
Yeah.
Hey man, you can't say much about them people, man. I've been around a long time, man. I've been around a little while, and I've learned some things in life. Some topics you can't broach, and that's one of them topics. Rich. You know how it is. Leave them alone. Everything to that group of people is a civil rights issue. They don't like to be spoken upon. They like to move in silence, and we need to let them move accordingly. If we like our money,
If
we
you
like
like the
our
podcast,
careers.
you can. Yeah.
Right. If you like the South podcast, we need to leave those individuals alone. I stand with Israel. I stand with Israel.
Hey
Hey,
man, so
Sweat, bro.
we're gonna take a moment and say hit that like button and subscribe right now. You know what I'm saying? Because try to get them views up, baby.
oh Lord.
Bro, y'all got me over here
Hey, but
sweating.
no, for
Whew.
real. Hey, Ant was right, man. There will be no slander here. I didn't put it in the chat, the banners. We know who put that up there. He just came back. They went, hey, you probably gonna lose the division because of that. You probably gonna lose the division because of that. I'm just saying.
You
Wait,
say
but
you on the
that shit
phone right
was
now,
hella
Corey?
funny. Yeah.
They on the phone right now, Corey. Hey,
Hey,
so
I
the
didn't put that
Panthers
up there.
they're gonna lose the last 2 games.
I didn't put that up there.
Hey, but Ant said, you like your podcast. He said you want to keep your podcast. We not talking about them. We not
Mm-mm.
hey, shout out to Nakua. Do you? It's all good, man. But what else going on around the league? Moving along. Moving along. Cleveland Browns and Shador back at it.
Yep.
He gonna stay with Cleveland or not, man? We got 2 more games remaining. What's gonna happen to him?
Yeah. I think the league gonna
Man, like
string him
you
on just to play with him, just to mess with him.
like you said a couple podcasts ago, man. Look at all the fanfare, all the attention that Cleveland is getting because that man's there. That's money. They ain't letting that man go. I think I talked about it. I think that the revenue increased, the team value increased by $2 billion this year alone.
Crazy, crazy work.
Talked about
They ain't
like the
going nowhere.
Cowboys,
Mm.
all because of 12.
I mean, I think it's a situation where I've always said this about Stefanski. I really do believe that Stefanski is a very skilled play caller. I do believe that wholeheartedly. I think he's a good play caller. I don't. This situation has been unusual. It's actually I think he's the man in the middle when it comes to all this. It reminds me of the RG3 Kirk Cousins situation. I think that Stefanski wanted a guy, and I think the front office wanted a guy. And I think what Stefanski has done wrong is you still have to coach the guys that are out there on the field, no matter what. It's nothing personal. And I think this situation has gotten personal in a lot of ways, and I don't just attribute it to Stefanski. I think it's an organizational issue. At some point, we got to bring everybody to the table and make sure that we're all on the same page. I don't see a situation where Shador is not there next year. They have already come out and said they're not activating Deshaun Watson this year. But I think things are going to be really interesting in several organizations. We were talking about quarterback situations. I think it's going to be interesting in New Orleans. I think it's going to be interesting in Atlanta. I think things are going to get interesting in Cleveland because once those quarterbacks do come back and they are healthy, whether it's Rattler or Penix and or Deshaun Watson, I think things can get really interesting. What do you do with a Daniel Jones? I don't think Daniel Jones is going to come into camp, but do you go after and fetch a guy like a Mac Jones or a guy like Kirk Cousins? I'm not high on any particular quarterback coming out of the draft, but there are some teams that I can see that may make moves to get certain veteran quarterbacks in the league.
You left out the Jets as well. That's going to be another intriguing spot.
Yeah, it will be.
It's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be a quarterback carousel. Like, we didn't even mention Justin Fields. Like, is this it for him? So
Justin Fields is a bum. I think that's pretty much. I think that. I mean, there's nothing you can do with that situation. I don't think. I think that Kyler Murray may still have meat left on the bone. But I think that's more of a personal thing with Kyler Murray. I think he really needs to work at his craft. But I think, the Jets are just in a horrific situation, and so is Oakland. The Raiders or Las Vegas, whatever they call now. I think it's bad. I mean, it's pretty bad. I didn't expect the Raiders to be this bad. I mean, vying for the number one pick. It's a bad situation with a couple of organizations. I'm not saying I'm 50. I'm 30-70 that Sam Dart, Jackson Dart may not be the quarterback for the Giants in the future too. So
I want to throw something out there, y'all. Check this out. Hypothetically, Burrows and Young coming to New Orleans because they're tired of being up there in Cincinnati. What y'all think? Just a question.
That's
Burrows and who?
And Young. I mean, not Young.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
That's not gonna happen. No.
And the reason why, no. But hear me out. The reason why I'm saying that Burrows don't want to be in Cincinnati no more. And I'm just saying. Think about it.
You're not familiar with they owners game. That man, he had opportunity to trade Trey Hendrickson to get some capital, and he did whatever he could not to trade Trey Hendrickson. On top of that, not to even re-sign the man at all. That's just how their owner is. He's probably top two to one of the worst owners in the league. Bro ain't going nowhere. They don't care about what he don't like or dislike. Bro, you're paid. You signed a contract to stay your butt there. You didn't have to. I hate when players do that. You want to talk about being paid and not liking where you at. Well, don't sign a contract. Is that simple? Ain't nothing changed in Cincinnati since Burrow got there. Ain't nothing changed. They gave him everything he wanted. They re-signed. They overpaid a receiver that they shouldn't have re-signed, but they could have used that money to probably go get pieces to build up the offensive line amongst other things, and they didn't. So, and Burrow went out on a limb to actually politic to re-sign T. Higgins. So, Burrow can scream to the mountaintops that he don't want to be there, but bro, you're just as part of the problem as the whole organization is, because he should have believed he didn't need T. Higgins to move the team forward, that money could have been spent in other places. And he doesn't need T. Higgins. They could have went out there with Yoshi Boss or some other random dudes and could have won a lot of football games.
Okay. Well, no, it was just good to hear. I was putting it out there.
The Bengals gave Burrow too much money, man. He ain't going anywhere. He gonna be there even after Chase and T. Higgins and everybody else is gone. He's still gonna be there. I seen the reports. He talking about he ain't happy and all this stuff. Yeah, sorry, not going anywhere. He's trying to get rid of y'all potential already, man. They are good.
I'm just
New Orleans got their man.
Putting it out there.
And my 2 cents on Tyler's show is it's just a lot that hasn't been unearthed with him. I definitely think it's worth going into next year with him as your starter, or competing in camp maybe with a veteran, like Rattler. But I think another year in this system and him getting more and more playing time, you don't learn nothing by sitting on the sidelines. So I think another year with him in that system, it could be exciting to say the least. I'm not ready to stamp him. It takes me about 4 or 5 years to stamp anybody, but I think it's really interesting, and I think the ceiling is high with Tyler Show.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting with the quarterbacks, man. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see who goes where. Because I honestly think Kirk is gonna leave Atlanta. So who Atlanta brings in to compete with Penix, is Penix really the guy? I honestly think, since we're talking about quarterbacks, Baker should not get another contract right now. I will make him play on the deal that he's on. I will make him play on the deal he's on right now, and I will bring in somebody else also.
Just
How many more years does Baker have on that deal?
2.
Yeah, he's gonna play it out. I mean, Baker's not going anywhere.
But
we've
during the
all
MVP
seen,
talks, they were talking about, hey, y'all need to lock him in now. Go and renegotiate that contract. Like, nah.
No, I'm not saying that. I definitely think it is worth going through the next couple of years. But I'm all in on Baker right now, for sure. It's hard to find a quarterback in this league, and I always go back to what Kyle says, is that there's not even 15 quarterbacks that are starting caliber in the NFL. There just isn't. And it's harsh to say everybody thinks because they have a starter at quarterback that they're a starter in the league, and they're not. There's a lot of guys that are truly backups playing in the starter position, and there's probably about 8 to 10 guys that are realistically starters in the NFL, and that's just what it is. But I do think Baker's one of those guys.
I think Shanahan he used the wording incorrectly, because there are starters in the league. There aren't stars. There aren't stars at the position, but those guys are starters.
I think what he means, what he says by that, and when he's made that statement, was playing in the system and playing competently, consistently, week in and week out. That these are guys you could consistently win games with, and it's a matter of those quarterbacks going out there executing week after week. And I think Baker has proven that since he's been in Tampa, and to a certain extent, I get that they're struggling, but again, I believe when you're putting up 28 to 30 points on offense, it ain't the quarterback. And I get it that sometimes he's forcing stuff, and that's sometimes when the defense isn't playing well, that contributes to an uneven play by the quarterback as well, because you try to do a little more. And so I think Baker is one of those guys, though. I'm not saying he's a starter. Ain't many stars either. But I also think when we talk about starters, I mean, we could go team for team, and I got questions. I like Bryce Young, but I don't know if he's the guy. I don't know that. I could go through. Is Kirk Cousins still a starter? I don't know. So I mean, we could go across the board. We don't know. There's a lot of guys in the league that may truly be backup quarterbacks. And
I don't know if you remember, and we did that. We did that. We went down there. We went down that roster, man. And I sent all them damn lists of quarterbacks, out there. And I agree with Corey. I don't think that some of those guys are your perennial stars that you would look at and it's like, yeah, hey, this guy had that's good of a career. They were actually more so game managed. But I do think there's more than 15 quarterbacks out there that are caliber starters. I do think that. And Bryce Young is one of them. Bryce Young is better than Brock Purdy.
Oh.
It ain't Purdy. Oh. It's Purdy. Brock Purdy.
I knew it was coming.
From a talent standpoint, there's
I knew it was coming, Telly.
Oh, I was going to do it. Yeah, there's nothing you can say. He played good last night, but from a talent standpoint, nah.
So, wait,
man, why y'all getting crunk up about this doggone favorite player? Y'all better leave that man alone by his favorite player. He got his jersey on and everything now.
No, I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. We're not gonna talk about a quarterback that hasn't played a playoff game or that lost his job 4 or 5 damn times in the regular season to what's his name, the Red Rocket.
I mean,
we're not gonna do that. So okay.
We can put. I mean, if Mac Jones has success in San Francisco, you think Bryce Young, who's talented, both of those guys, won't have success?
Damn.
Man, they benched him. I didn't bench Bryce Young. Y'all benched him.
I know.
Y'all thought Andy Dalton was better.
I never said that.
I mean, the coach did.
But if
The coach did.
pick up Andy Dalton and put him in that system, he would thrive too.
No, he wouldn't. Stop
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
The whole system thing. It's funny. I always talk to a lot of people. When we talk about guys like Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford was in the league 12 years before he went to the Rams. He never won a playoff game in Detroit. Never. He never was in the MVP conversation until he got to LA with Sean McVay with those weapons. We talk about guys like Patrick Mahomes. Every quarterback that's ever played under Andy Reid, every quarterback, Michael Vick, Matt McNabb, Alex Smith, have all had their best career years. Kevin Cobb. So we talk about systems. We talk about Kyle Shanahan. We could go across the league. We could do this all day. We could do this all day with everybody. What Mahomes doing right now? I heard Mahomes say after the Super Bowl, we're gonna be as good as long as we got Andy Reid. So even quarterbacks know you need a good coach and you need a good system to be in. You can Shanahan all day, but I can McVay you all day too. What did Matt Stafford do before he got McVay? He 12 years in Detroit, he didn't win a single playoff game. He played a lot, but he didn't win one. So
he was on bad teams, and he still put up numbers.
Bad teams.
He still put up numbers.
Bad teams.
Absolutely.
Was he MVP candidate? Was he MVP candidate?
Was he
an MVP candidate? Man, this man 41 years old out here throwing for 40 plus touchdowns. He got Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum. He got eight tight ends out there. He had Aaron Donald. Let's not talk about this, man. I could do this all day.
Aaron Donald don't play offense.
It don't matter, but he still had everything that complements his offense. Again, we talk about systems. Let's not act like Matt Stafford is all of a sudden came to LA and he's still playing the same way he played in Detroit, because he is not. He's not. He has not. He had Odell Beckham on that team. He had Cooper Kupp when he did win the Super Bowl. He had Von Miller on the other side of the defense with an Aaron Donald, with a Leonard Floyd. I mean, the list can go on. I could do this all day. Again, real ball doers know.
Odell Beckham tore his ACL in the first half.
Man, Alex Smith went 13-1 with Andy Reid. Continue. Again, we can do this all day.
Alex Smith was winning in San Francisco.
No, he was not. He lost his job to Colin Kaepernick.
Because he got hurt. The same thing.
And he didn't get it back. He didn't get it back. They sent his ass to Kansas City. Every quarterback that's played for Andy Reid has had a great season. Am I wrong? Am I not?
I'm not arguing with you about that.
Okay, has every quarterback that's played under Sean McVay?
You said Alex Smith only had a great season because he was under Andy Reid, and I disagree with you. That man was falling out in San Francisco.
Trust me. He played there 9 years before your boy got there. And he did not. He was the number 1 overall pick. And we was top 5 every year Alex Smith was quarterbacking. Systems matter. Systems matter.
You know you fucked up, right? You said you bought the bottle of beers at 12 o'clock. And then you said you bought the bottle of beers at 11 o'clock. You know
I'm just giving facts.
Well, all righty. Kelly's like, yo, just gonna sit back and watch this cook.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But let's continue on with the show. Andy Reid coaches good quarterbacks. Sean McVay has coached good quarterbacks, and Kyle Shanahan has coached good quarterbacks.
It's a show for sure.
That is the fact.
Definitely a show.
Oh, Dave. Second that Fruto.
Definitely a show. It's definitely a show. That's why I'm just watching.
Man, Rich knew what he was doing. That's why he said that shit. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Rich,
and Bryce Young still ass.
Rich, I'm gonna call you what they called me the other day. They called me Petty LaBelle. That's your new name. Petty LaBelle. That's your new fucking name.
I knew someone was gonna have when Ant started toning us with this hookah and this Brock Purdy jersey. You know, he feeling pretty good because the NFC West looking like they the best division in the NFL right now.
We about to be the 1 seed. We gonna be the 1 seed.
Who gets the 1 seed, fellas? Who gets it? Tell it.
Shit, I don't know.
I think the Rams still get it. I think I know San Francisco playing well, but I think Seattle's gonna fumble the bag between now and then. It's a big game coming up this week between San Francisco and Seattle. That's gonna say a lot.
Nah. Yeah,
I mean Chicago. I'm
Seattle.
sorry,
Seattle
Chicago.
played the
Chicago.
Panthers.
That's a big game. Chicago got a big game. I mean, Chicago and Seattle got. I mean, damn, San Francisco got a big game. God damn.
Yeah.
This weekend. I don't know how that game goes because you just never know what you're gonna get from
Caleb.
Chicago. Well, not Caleb so much because they lead the league in rushing. They have a potent rushing attack, but your defense is pretty stout against the run. So I don't know how it's going to go. It's a toss up. Both
Yep.
teams have the ability to they have offensive coaches, head coaches that are offensive minded that are very crafty and creative in what they do. And the advantage I see is I'm gonna give Purdy a little more advantage for San Francisco because he has more poise than Caleb. Can get himself into a situation where he try to do too much, but it's still gonna be a good game. I think that game says a lot, but I think Seattle gonna fumble the ball and let the Rams get back in there. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think Seattle is gonna they really gonna fumble it because Carolina plays good against the considered contenders. I ain't gonna call them great. They got a track record, so I'm gonna go off of what I've seen. So I'm gonna say Seattle allows the Rams to get back in it, but the Niners gonna put up a fight. I think
Yeah,
Chicago gonna get that game away because Caleb he doesn't have that much experience, and I lean heavily towards Shanahan and Purdy them. That offense hitting on all cylinders right at the right time.
Yep.
So as it's gonna be interesting coming from the West,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Mo. I think it's going to be real interesting. I can't call it either way, to be honest with you. I can't call it because of Chicago's defense is very, very opportunistic. They lead the league in getting turnovers. They can get to the football. They're really good at doing that. But also, Caleb has been playing well, again, it just goes back to show what good coaching can do. As good as talented as a lot of people believe that Caleb was coming out of the draft, he had not yet shown that in Chicago. And I think what Ben Johnson has done is lean on that run game with Managai and with Swift. And I like what they're doing. But again, if you watch that Green Bay game last week, they were trailing 9-16 at some point in that game, and Caleb was really struggling to get the ball into the end zone without a Micah Parsons out there on the field. So again, it just really goes, and he had to make a hell of a play at the end of the game, which he did, and kudos to him for doing that. But throughout the game, Caleb struggled. There were some things that you see, and so there were some things that if I'm looking at the tape, if I'm San Francisco, I really like with that game. But I think this would be an opportunity for Sam Darnold in Seattle to prove that whether Bryce Young is better than Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy beat Seattle. So we'll see what Carolina can do. We'll see what Carolina is able to do this week, because this is a playoff game for everybody. These last two games are playoff games for everybody. So we'll be able to chance to see what Bryce Young can do in these playoffs to get his team to into the tournament. Some of us have already clinched. So
The Niners have definitely done that. They've clinched the playoff
Kudos.
spot.
Three NFC West teams already clinched, and it's gonna be actually coming down to the wire. So I think it's a matter of who's played good ball towards the end of the season, who should win the games that they should win. Seattle on paper should beat Carolina, but we'll see. Like you said, Carolina plays well against some of the teams that they're not supposed to. I mean, they surprised us and beat the Rams. But I know you guys are calling for the Rams to potentially still get the number 1 seed. So I think it's going to boil down to the week 18 is going to tell a lot for all us.
Yeah, I can't agree more. It's one of them where it's going to be up in the air. And who wants it more? Honestly,
Week
I think the
18
AFC
ain't going. Week 18 ain't gonna tell us nothing that we don't already know. But go. You're right. You're right.
Don't
Go
San
ahead,
Francisco got to play Seattle in week 18?
yep, that'll be the last game of the season for us.
Yeah. So AFC got the same problem though. Well, I ain't say same problem. It's pretty tight with the Broncos, the Bills, and the Patriots, and the budding Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
And And then you got, obviously Houston's defense still sitting there, ready to be opportunistic wherever they possibly can. So this year's playoff picture is very murky for both conferences, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we forgot to mention on the NFC side, Detroit might not make the dance.
Right.
Detroit might not make the dance. Let that sink in. It's already sank in, and we're moving on to the AFC, like we just talked about previously. And we stated it, I think, in last episode. If Josh Allen don't get it done this year, hey,
it's a wash.
Hey, if he don't get it done this year, I'm gonna keep saying it. There's no excuse. No excuse. You're Josh Allen. Your opponents will be Drake May, Bo Nix, CJ Stroud. Who else we got?
To Trevor Lawrence.
Aaron Rodgers and Trevor Lawrence. Come on.
Well, will this be will he be another Lamar MVP? Great during the season.
Can't finish off.
Can't get to that. Yeah.
Yep. Because that's what it's seeming like.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. I mean, even with Buffalo, man, I mean, they got problems on both sides of the ball. I mean, the defense is atrocious. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's hard because Sean McDermott is supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, and they're bad. I mean, Shador was on the heels of a huge upset.
Yes,
Sunday,
sir.
And I mean, their defense couldn't stop anybody. So and they don't have a true number one wide receiver. So there's issues on both ends, and people, I kept hearing commentators say, the Bills are good when Josh Allen's playing superhero football. They're not. When he starts playing like that, man, he's prone to turn over the football just as much as everybody else is. So, they need him to play well within the scheme, to not try to overextend plays too much. Obviously there's situations where he needs to make plays, but when he starts doing stuff, trying to fit ball in the windows and stuff like that, man, he gets in trouble too.
For sure.
Well, I gave y'all my Super Bowl prediction. We'll see if it actually happens. But that's the end of the show. Once again, thank everybody for tuning in. Like Telly said earlier, like, follow, share, subscribe, and we sorry to them peoples. That was all Rich. I reiterate, we are sorry to them people.
Hey,
people?
One more thing, y'all. One more thing.
I didn't create the banner.
One more thing, y'all. Hey, Kool-Aid. I want to say this and give you flowers now. Appreciate starting the podcast, the NFC South. I enjoyed that, bro. I enjoyed seeing y'all. So most definitely appreciate that. And fellas, be safe this holiday season. Real talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays,
man. All you guys, man.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Happy New Year to y'all, bro.
Good one, Kratos.
Go Dogs.
For sure.
Go Dogs.